Let me tell you the hard truth. Life doesn't change by accident. It doesn't change because you hope for it, or because you complain, or because you wait for the perfect moment. Life changes the moment you decide to change. Life changes when you take action. Here's what most people won't tell you. Every day, we waste hours, without even realizing it. We waste them on TV, on endless scrolling, on pointless conversations, on worrying, on complaining. And at the end of the day, we wonder why life feels stuck. We wonder why we're in the same place month after month, year after year. But here's the good news. You don't have to change your entire life overnight. You don't need to flip the table, burn bridges, or tear everything down. All you have to do is take back 1 hour, just one. 1 hour a day that's truly yours. 1 hour where you silence the noise, the distractions, the excuses. 1 hour where you focus on something that builds you, whether that's learning, planning, exercising, creating, or working toward your goals. Here's the truth that hits hard. 1 focused hour a day has the power to transform your entire life. It's not magic. It's not hype. It's math and momentum. Think about it. 1 hour a day for 30 days equals 30 hours. That's nearly a full work week, invested in your growth, your dreams, your progress. Most people won't do it. Not because they can't, but because they won't. They tell themselves they're too busy, too tired, too stressed. The reality? They're too undisciplined. You don't need to change your whole day. You just need to claim 1 hour. And once you make that hour yours, you'll look back and wonder why you didn't start sooner. The harsh truth? Your time isn't lost by accident, you give it away. You hand it over to distractions, to mindless scrolling, to empty entertainment. Then you sit back and wonder why you're stuck. The truth is simple. Television, social media, gossip, endless worrying, video games, complaining, this is where your time goes. Most people spend their days chasing entertainment, not excellence. They trade their most valuable resource, time, for activities that bring no return. And when they look up and feel stuck, they tell themselves the biggest lie. I just don't have time. But here's the hard truth. 1 hour spent working on your dreams is worth more than 5 hours wasted in distractions. Focused time creates progress. Wasted time creates regret. You are either in charge of your hour, or your hour is in charge of you. There's no middle ground. And if you don't control your time, the world will. The world will gladly fill your day with news, gossip, entertainment, and meaningless tasks. And before you know it, the day is gone, and you're no closer to your goals. Ask yourself honestly, where is your time going right now? How many hours a day are you spending on TV, social media, or meaningless talk? How much time is lost worrying about things you can't control? How much energy is wasted on excuses? Until you answer these questions honestly, nothing will change. Now let's look at the numbers. 1 wasted hour per day adds up to 365 hours in a year. That's over 9 full work weeks gone. Imagine if you had 9 extra weeks each year to improve your health, your business, your skills, your relationships. 9 weeks is a gift most people throw away, 1 hour at a time. But here's the opportunity. If you take that hour and invest it in something meaningful, you'll make progress that most people will never see. This isn't guesswork. It's simple math. Success doesn't belong to the lucky. It belongs to the focused. It belongs to those who take control of their time. Small, smart choices every day. That's what builds success. But distractions? They aren't just habits. They're silent thieves. They seem harmless, but they steal your time, your energy, and your potential. Distractions have killed more dreams than failure ever has. Because failure can teach you, but distraction? It only numbs you and robs you. Taking back your hour is where success begins. That 1 hour builds discipline. It builds momentum. It sharpens your mind and strengthens your habits. It proves to you that you are in control of your life. You don't need to change everything overnight. You don't need to quit your job or turn your world upside down. You just need to take back 1 hour. 1 hour each day that belongs to you and your goals. 1 hour to stop making excuses and start building the life you want. The choice is yours. Keep living the same way and get the same results. Or reclaim your time and build a new path. The hour you protect will become the foundation of your success. And once you control that hour, you'll realize how much more you can control. That's when your life truly begins to change. The logic behind 30 days? Why it works. Let's make it clear, 30 days isn't magic. It's not some lucky number that flips your life just because you flip a page on a calendar. It works because of focus, consistency, and discipline, 1 hour at a time. It works because of one reason: science. Human beings do not change by accident. They change through repetition. They change through small, focused actions, repeated again and again, until those actions become part of who they are. Wishing does not create change. Hope does not build habits. Discipline and repetition do. That's why 30 days matter. Most people approach change the wrong way. They set big, overwhelming goals. They get fired up for a few days, maybe a week, and then when motivation fades, they quit. They say, "It's too hard," or "I don't have time," or "maybe later." The truth is, they fail not because they're incapable, but because they never gave themselves enough time to build momentum. This is where the 30-day window becomes powerful. 30 days give you a container. It's long enough to see results, but short enough to stay focused. It creates a sprint, not a marathon. And that sprint starts to build the muscles you'll need to keep going. Let's break it down with simple numbers. 1 hour a day for 30 days equals 30 hours. That's almost an entire work week. Think about that. In just 1 month, you're giving yourself nearly a full week of progress. That's 30 hours invested in learning, in health, in building a skill, in repairing your finances, in strengthening a relationship, or in growing your business. And you're doing it without quitting your job, without abandoning your responsibilities, without turning your life upside down. You're doing it with what you already have: time. The power of time is often misunderstood. People think it's about big leaps or dramatic moves. But real change comes from the compound effect. Time compounds when you use it well. Just like money invested over time grows with interest, effort invested over time multiplies its returns. You don't just improve a little. When you give one focused hour every day, you begin to transform. You sharpen your focus, your discipline, and your sense of purpose. You start to notice small wins. Maybe you read a few pages each day, and after 30 days, you've finished a book. Maybe you save a little money each day, and after 30 days, you've built an emergency fund. Maybe you exercise a little each day, and after 30 days, your energy has doubled. The beauty of this system is that you stop seeing yourself as someone who talks about goals, and start seeing yourself as someone who follows through. That shift in identity is everything. When you prove to yourself that you can show up every day for 1 hour, you build self-trust. And self-trust is the foundation for every bigger goal you'll ever chase. Now, here's the truth most people miss. People drastically overestimate what they can do in a single day, and drastically underestimate what they can do in 30 days. They think, "What's 1 hour?" So they waste it. They think, "What's one workout?" So they skip it. They think, "What's 1 page of reading?" So they close the book. But 1 hour is not just 1 hour. It's a seed. It's a deposit. It's a brick in the foundation of the life you're building. When you stack those bricks, when you make those deposits, when you plant those seeds, every single day, you wake up 30 days later with something real. You wake up with progress. You wake up with proof that you're not the same person you were when you started. The reason 30 days works is because it forces consistency. And consistency is the ultimate equalizer. You don't need to be the smartest, the fastest, the most talented, or the most connected. You just need to be consistent. You need to show up when others are distracted. You need to put in the work when others are making excuses. You need to invest your hour when others are wasting theirs. That consistency compounds. It creates a rhythm. It creates momentum. And momentum is a powerful force. Once it starts rolling, it's hard to stop. Another reason 30 days works is because it's a manageable promise. Anyone can commit to 30 days. It's not a lifetime sentence. It's not a vague someday. It's a clear, focused challenge. It tells your brain, we are doing this now. We are doing this today. And we are doing it again tomorrow. It pushes you to prioritize, to get organized, and to take action. And once you cross that finish line, once you hit day 30, you won't just have results, you'll have a track record. You'll have a body of proof that you can keep going. And that changes everything. At the end of 30 days, you're no longer just someone with a dream. You're someone with discipline. You're someone who knows what it means to follow through. And that identity, that sense of confidence, is what carries you into bigger challenges, bigger goals, and bigger wins. It's not the 30 days that change your life. It's who you become over those 30 days that changes your life. So stop waiting for perfect timing. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop telling yourself you'll start someday. Take back 1 hour. Do it every day. Commit to 30 days. Watch what happens when you stay consistent. When you prove to yourself that you can be trusted with your own dreams. That's when transformation begins. They turn into, someday, ideas that gather dust in the back of your mind. And here's the harsh truth. The more you ignore your dreams, the harder it becomes to believe in them. You begin to accept a version of yourself that's smaller than who you're meant to be. That's the real cost of doing nothing. It's not just about lost time, it's about the slow erosion of your potential. It's about waking up 5 years from now and realizing you're stuck in the same place, living the same life, with the same regrets, and by then, you'll have missed countless opportunities that could have changed everything. So, the question is, what's the price of ignoring your hour? It's the cost of unrealized potential. The cost of never becoming the person you could have been. But the good news? You have a choice. You can decide today to break the cycle. You can reclaim your hour and invest it where it matters most. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. 1 hour. Every day. For 30 days. That's how you build momentum. That's how you create change. That's how you transform your life. So take the challenge. Prove to yourself that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you are ready to become the person you've always wanted to be. 1 hour a day. 30 days. The time is now. Let's go. You make a decision. Right now. You stop waiting for motivation to strike. You stop waiting for the perfect time. You stop waiting for life to calm down, because it won't. You decide that for the next 30 days, you are claiming your hour. You find it in the margins. You wake up an hour earlier. You cut out 1 hour of mindless scrolling. You turn off the TV 1 hour sooner. You claim your hour no matter what. Not because it's easy. Not because it's convenient. But because you are done making excuses. You are done living at half capacity. You are done watching others live the life you know you were capable of. For 30 days, you show up for yourself. Every single day. And when it's hard, because it will get hard, you remind yourself of the truth. That the pain of discipline lasts for moments. But the pain of regret lasts a lifetime. You remind yourself that your dreams are not going to build themselves. That your confidence is not going to grow on its own. That your potential is not going to unfold by accident. It happens when you show up, day after day, hour after hour, rep after rep. That's the game. So, one more time, here's the challenge. For the next 30 days, carve out 1 hour a day. Guard it like your life depends on it. Because it does. Use that hour to white heavy checkmark build a skill. White heavy checkmark strengthen your body. White heavy checkmark feed your mind. White heavy checkmark fix what's broken. White heavy checkmark create the life you were meant to live. 1 hour. Every day. No excuses. No distractions. No waiting. This is the hour that will change everything. So claim it. Start today. Let's go.